And with that, thank you. Welcome, everyone. The second half of the semifinals 2016 division. As we have the Whitecaps and Surge looking to take battle here. Tides already punched their ticket to the finals that will take place here at 3 o'clock this afternoon. We expect a great battle here. Mike Elliott on the call as we bring you the Wave Invitational. Give a shout out to our goalies like we always do. Between the pipes, battle of the 34s for the Whitecaps, Liam Saunier. For the Surge, Carter Falls. We had a great battle there in the last semifinal between the Flow and Tide, with the Tide coming up on top. We'll see here now between the Surge in the red, Whitecaps in the white. We'll bring it off the center with a drop of the puck, and just like that, we are on their way. The Whitecaps retreating back in their own zone, looking to set something up. They try to move it through the neutral zone. A little pass over here now as Rylan McDonald brings the puck in. Gonna rifle it off high on the boards in the corner. Surge look to pick it up behind their own goal. Take it to the far side, looking to break out. Maybe pinched off, maybe almost a possible opportunity there. Couldn't quite get a stick on it. Now a battle for it right in front of the Surge bench. And a big collision as well. The puck goes up. And there's a young fan with a souvenir. See if he hands it back in or not. I think he's keeping it. He's dancing as well. As we got lots of kids in all the rinks having all kinds of fun as we're at Championship Saturday here with the Wave Invitational, Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, RBC Center. On the draw, Whitecaps control, looking to go forward with it. Gets forced to the boards, in behind, now the pass out front. That can't quite connect, but back at the blue line, winding one up, and there's a deflection in front, a few deflections, but Surge able to grab that, clear it from the front of the crease, and then off to the races, going for a skate now on that far side. Taking it deep to the corner, loses in his skates for the moment. Now Whitecaps will pick it off, and they're going to force him back to the corner. Watch out there, Mr. Official, as these players try to whack a puck from the corner line to make the call, but good effort. We'll give him an E for effort. Diving back, trying to get back on the right side. I'm trying to see his number as he heads towards the bench. There's a couple of these players, they get their jerseys tucked in, and of course on the back of there's no names, just the name of the team. It won't take me long to get some of these names of these young athletes. As coming in the zone here now is Drew Bishop. He tries to come out from it, trying to kick it up with his skate now. Whitecaps pick it off. There's Bishop again, picking it off, and he goes chase right in front of the Whitecaps bench. Looking to put it deep. Taking that from him though. Here's Fletcher Fleming. Now they rimming around on the short side here, trying to hold the line. Trying to put it back down deep is Caden Fox. Looking to get some help from Cedric Ledger. Trying to walk out front with it. Loose puck side of the goal, gets forced back to the corner. Maybe some room now for the Whitecaps as they look up ice. Chipped in, and that one's just going to come outside the line. Surge will have to tag back up with a battle here in front. Just inside the line. Bishop loses the handle. Puck comes back up through center. Looking for it. And finally the Whitecaps is Grayson Cole. He tries to force his way to the net. Now throwing one right back up front, and does. And there was a little redirect on that far side. It's just getting a stick on it. Was Gavin Kelvey. I think the referee might have lost sight of the puck there for the whistle, or you see the young hockey player trying to pick it up. Most of them, even at this age, can pick the puck up pretty easy with their stick. They crash in the old Michigans over and over. Things they can do with the puck at this age that I definitely could not do. And probably still can't. As the Surge move it out. Looking up through the middle now. Pass on the tape. Picked up by Dempsey. Heath Dempsey. He looks to move it over. Pass is picked off. Now back to the blue line. Whitecaps trying to clear it out. Looking to chase it up. Makes a move. Almost gets tripped up. Stays with it. As trying to make a move was Jack Martin. As he gets loose on the far side. Surge will shift it up again. Whitecaps start back at their own zone. Moves up ahead. That's when he picked off by Ruth. Liam Ruth puts it back in deep. Whitecaps put it right back out, but they get as far as the line. It doesn't quite make it out. As the Surge trying to hold it in. The big battle on the boards here now. Now it's flipped through the high slot area. Couldn't quite connect with the pass. Picked up now. Down deep from McCarthy. Felix McCarthy trying to make something happen. Whitecaps take that away. They're back the other way. Looking for some moves. Gonna cut back to the inside. Trying to find some daylight now. On the short side. Trying to pull back to the forehand. Run out of real estate. But in there on the doorstep. But in for the field goal. As they tried to flick it up over the goalie. But a little bit too high. It's up into the netting and out of play. Good individual effort. And the rebound was there. The puck was sitting at the top of the crease. But maybe a little bit too much curve on that one there. Back in the day, we used to take the blowtorch to the sticks to curve them. I don't think they do that now. But that one was definitely a little too much curve. And up into the netting on the play. Whitecaps get the draw, keeping him from the blue line down to the corner, down those Zamboni doors. Loose puck, trying to walk over there. There's a backhand out front. They whack away at it, and they find some daylight on the backside. First shot saved. Second shot was able to slide it underneath the goaltender. We get the first one in this game. And I'm not sure, I think it might have been 91. I was trying to see who's leading the lineup. I got Grayson Cole, but wait for the official announce. Either way, Whitecaps don't care who scored. Just that they're up one here with 7:28 left in the first period. We'll bring it back to center, wait for the official announcement from our timekeeper below us. Back on the draw, go back and forth. That's not good. Here's the goal announcement. And it was actually 63, Gavin Kelvey. Assisted by Grayson Cole. Now you move it up there through the neutral zone. Whitecaps back the other way, give it right back to the Surge, who gives it right back to the Whitecaps. Now the Surge have it, trying to break through. Puck just loose, trying to poke it ahead. But back, making a defensive play, and now looking to clear. And they're going to angle them off now. Surge pick it back up, trying to catch Whitecaps on a change. Looking to break wide, trying to find a shooting lane. Puck hits the lane, now walking in, firing one. Just whacking at one there, and misses on the short side. Whitecaps look to clear. Surge trying to hold that line. Big battle. He's trying to put that deep. Bishop now trying to walk up from it as all kinds of players get tripped up and fall down. Everybody looking back at the referee. Referee says no, they're letting them play the semifinals. Now loose puck back the other way. A little one-on-one, trying to cut it in the short side. Not much room there, and they're getting the paddle down. And then gonna reach out with a mitt, make sure there's no rebound. And they just try to force that puck on the short side, trying to see if there's any room. But Carter falls. Make sure to make the save, then cover up. 6:10 remaining here now, first period. Whitecaps lead by one. Surge get the draw behind their own net. Gonna reverse it to the opposite corner from the far boards now. Trying to chip it up through the middle. Look for another pass that goes off a shin pad that comes down into the Whitecap zone. Picked up and they're gonna go behind their own net. Start the outlet pass now. With the breakout, pass up through the middle. Surge collapsing quickly on that attempt there. Nice little passing play. But Surge read it perfectly and they're back the other way. As Becca Clowater with possession inside the zone, then loses the handle. Whitecaps clear it out, see if it makes it far enough for icing or not. Referee's arms up. And just as it sneaks over, Whitecaps player arguing his case, said he got there first, but the wrong level for the icing for that. No touch icing. 5:28 to go. Bring the face-off back in the Whitecap zone. In on the draw now. Whitecaps go behind their own net, looking to skate it out. Up, down, through the middle now. Surge coming back on the back check, far side. Trying to find some daylight. Grayson Cole loses it behind. Now they battle in the corner. Look for a pass up front. That's going to be picked off. Surge looking to bring it out. Makes one move to get outside the line. Looking to make another one now, then passes over. Whitecaps pick that off. They throw it back through neutral ice. Surge back in their own zone. Shifts it back up here just below us. Trying to make some room here now. They're over the blue line. Dances way to the far side. Loose puck. Gonna be picked up. Still with it. Now it lands back on Brown's stick. They fire a shot there that goes off the outside of the goal. The goaltender had a quick look. He gets back in position. Luckily, as a little bit of daylight, you can see him looking to the sky as Saunier almost got caught out of position, and almost an opportunity there as the ripping that one on goal was Aiden Brown. And he had a little bit of daylight short side, but Saunier able to get over, hold on to it, and face off inside the zone. And there's the Whitecaps pick up a loose puck, looking to put some speed on here now. As he gets by one, looking for another. He cuts back to the outside, trying to drag that through, throws that back towards the net. And making the save as Falls. Rebounds picked up by the Surge, and they're looking quickly back the other way. Loses the handle there and almost picked that off and would have been in all alone was Martin. But the puck gets put down deep. Surge throw it up through the middle. That's going to be picked off though. Chipping in from the blue line, finds some room. Looking to get to the forehand, saves backhand, pass out front to the blue paint. And the Surge able to clear it away. Now looking to pick up a loose puck. Looking to pass up through the middle. Partial 2-on-1. As Cloudwater hits the post. They try to set something up there and they can't beat the iron. Still looking for some pressures are behind the goal line now. Looking up top. Going all around the world. Going for a skate with this one. Now throwing a shot and a C&I shot and finding the back of the net. And it's going to be number 29, Beckett Cloudwater, tying this thing up at 1. As he went all the way around. Comes back up top, traffic in front, it goes up over everyone and over the shoulder of the goalie. Lands in the back of the net, 3:36 to go here, first period. We're all tied at 1. Bring it back to center. Surge trying to pass up through the middle. Whitecaps pick it off, they go back and forth here. Whitecaps have it inside the zone now. They're trying to spin and turn, block shot, another one here. In tight, there's the ball up front, going back door, going for the redirect. Couldn't quite get a stick on it. We'll listen for the goal announcement. Here's a loose puck, we get a race for it. Surge trying to catch up, just over skates it. Whitecaps back the other way, trying to do the toe drag at the blue line. We all know how much coaches love that. Put the brakes on down the corner. Fox trying to clear it out, looking to do it again as the Whitecaps force him back in deep. Picked up down the corner now by Cole. Cole tried to come out front with it. Keeping it in the far blue line though. Surge will try the opposite corner now. Trying to skate this one out. Gonna go off the boards. Far as the blue line, not out. Surge will regroup again. Brown goes cross ice as he hands that over now to Ledger. He goes for a skate, gets the red line. Little cross ice pass. Whitecaps pick that up. Then he's going to send that down, but going to be caught on the wrong side of the red line. And that goes the length of the ice. Icing will be the call. 2:19 remaining first period, all tied at 1. It's beautiful Saturday morning. Get ready for the afternoon down here in Dartmouth. The rink's packed, all 4 rinks going. A couple tournaments here. Some of the top players from all across Eastern Canada. And it's been a great day 3, and we've got the championships to come. As the Whitecaps bring it back the other way. Here's the headman pass. It's a little bit too far. They try to chase that down in the corner. Both players, look at the battle as they go down there. But it's picked up. Whitecaps have it. Trying to spin off. Nice little play there to spin away from the defender is Jack Martin. Martin's still with it now. Goes back to the D, who keeps it in deep. There's McFarlane, sorry. Now from the Zamboni doors, trying to spin off. Got a couple there. The backhand pass out front. Nobody home except for the Surge, who looks to clear it out. Trying to chip one up ahead. Get some help. Now trying to find some room. And it's going to be Heath Dempsey. Dempsey, he went to pass over and reaching for it, but a little bit too far ahead. If not, might have had an empty cage to put that one home. Whitecaps clear it out. Surge right back the other way. Now it's right on the tape. Putting the brakes on, loses an edge. Still trying to find it, trying to stick handle that from his knees. And now crashing the party coming in. And the short on that far side on the forehand, trying to put that home. Save made by Saunier. Puck along the wall though, not cleared. As the Surge put it back in the corner. Looking out front, trying to come out with it. Last minute of play here, first period. We get a race on that far side now. Trying to catch up with it. There's a shot from a sharp angle. And able to hold his post and hold on to the puck long enough to get a whistle. It was Carter Falls. 48 seconds remaining here now in the first. Face off, we'll say deep in the Surge zone. On the draw now. Both teams looking for it. Scramble, comes to the half wall. Surge find it. They look to clear it out, trying to chip one up ahead. Nice play there from the Whitecaps D. Just came outside the line, but able to put it back in. Now we get a chase here. Short side, spinning and turning and firing and missing. That one is Cole. Now from the far corner. On the boards. Kept in again, the blue line. Surge second attempt does get out. Whitecaps all the way back in their own zone. 15 seconds to go here in the period. Whitecaps trying to get another opportunity here, get it deep. Maybe get a quick one before the end of this period. Surge trying to keep it pinned on the board, trying to come out with it. There's a pass out front, but nobody home. It comes through. Now maybe a one-time right at the horn. He's got a wire one, and that's not going to make it through. So after one, we're all tied at one. We'll take a short break here. Be right back for the second. And for this age group, they don't switch ends, so goaltenders will stay where they're at. They had their little conversation at the benches. 11 minutes back on the clock, all tied at one. We'll start this second period. Surge trying to bring the puck inside the zone. Whitecaps stop them there, force it back the other way. Now the Surge looking to do the same thing at their blue line. The Whitecaps do get it deep in the corner. Surge going to rim it around the opposite way now, trying to clear. Chipping in from the blue line is going to be Raylan McDonald, able to hold the line, now trying to come off the wall with it. Looking to dance his way to the front of the net and firing that one. But making the save is Harrison Nouveau with the shot. But Carter Falls with the save. 29 seconds into the second period now. Again, as this tournament goes through, we have this great vantage point right over the penalty box. We get to hear all the players on the ice as well as the coaches and players from the bench, and get to hear some good stuff, we'll say, as the Surge look to clear it out. Far side now for a cross ice pass up through the middle. Looking to gain entry to the zone, put the brakes on right at the blue line. Now pass over it, had to wait on the offside, but didn't wait long enough. You see him try to put the brakes on. They usually make that play just inside the line, not on this side of the line, but offside is going to be the call. 10:08 remaining here, second period. Get them all lined up on the draw. Whitecaps looking to control. Here are on the left wing, looking to move it up. Surge forcing back the other way. Whitecaps have to go back and forth through the neutral zone here. Surge through the middle, over the line. The Whitecaps again trying to clear, and that one doesn't going to come outside the line, and the coach called it before the referee, and this time coach gets it right. Offside's the call. Like I said earlier, tied, winning their semifinal with a tight affair with Team Flow. Now we're all tied up here in this second period between the Surge and Whitecaps, looking to get their ticket to the final series. The Surge looking to clear out of their own zone, a little bit too far ahead of that one. Back in their own zone now for the Whitecaps is Henneberry, looking to clear it out. As the player gets taken down, looking to keep it in. Both players go down to the corner. Looks like they're up and okay. There's a pass, looking to go right out front. Can't quite get it through. Now a race for it. Both teams look for it. Whitecaps trying to find it. Now trying to get free, looking for some room. And a good defensive play, getting back for a Surge was Nathan Murray to break that attempt up. Big collision there, and another shot, and another player goes down. all kinds of players hitting the ice as the puck hit the glass, and the referee's arms up behind us. It's going to be a penalty to the Surge, just firing that one. But there's Carter Falls reaching out, cool, calm, collective with the glove as they wait for the penalty call here now. And it's going against the Surge, and it's going to be number 51, Grady McFarlane. We'll see what the call is going to be. Referee down below me having a conversation with no signal, so I'll have to wait for the announcement from the timekeeper's box. Either way, 2 minutes up on the clock. Whitecaps on the power play. They're looking to control the draw. They throw it towards the front. Surge picked that off, and they're going to send it all the way down the length of the ice. Sonia going to play that to the side. Pass up on the boards. See if they call this one or not, and they do. I wasn't sure if it touched the Surge player on that far side or not, but the whistle goes. Icing will be the call. 21 seconds tick off on the power play. Now the draw on the right side to Saunier. Comes to the corner. Surge just fire and throw one towards the front of the net. Whitecaps pick that off. Now they're back with numbers. Back the other way. 3-on-2 shaping up here as they bring the puck over the line. Here's a long shot from way outside, and getting a blocker on that is Falls to put that to the corner. Another pass out front. Surge get a small stick on that just to deflect it just enough. Now they try to get outside. They do. At center though. Looking to put it right back in. Well, it's fought. Penalty to McFarlane, but it's actually Caden Fox, number 51, for Surge, as they had the roster upside down. Still 54 seconds in that penalty. So number 51 for Surge, Caden Fox, not 51 for Whitecaps. And here's Surge with the puck. Short-handed now. Looking to go 1-on-4, trying to make something happen, looking to break wide, trying to cut back in, gets taken down. The referee's arm goes up. And that's going to do it for the Whitecaps power play. We'll have some 4-on-4 hockey here for 36 seconds. I believe we're going to get a tripping call. So trip is the call. If you look down at his number, a little tucked in, but it is number 51. So there we go. I get 51 back. As you must have heard me on the call, we got the two 51s in the penalty box. So this time it is Grady McFarlane in the box for 2 on the trip. But right now we're 4-on-4 for another 25 seconds on that far side. Here comes the Whitecaps. Far as the blue line, no further. Surge turning back, and there's Whitecaps again, trying to dip his way on that far side, trying to find some little bit of room, trying to get the goalie off his post, and makes the save. Rebound was loose for a moment. Surge clear it out as the penalized player comes back on. So Surge will head in the power play here for a minute 24 as the Surge had to go back in their own zone as the Whitecaps send it down the length of the ice. They're going to put the brakes on in behind. Start to break out now, far side. Look to move it up ice. Looking to call for it, and a nice deflection here to get by. And now it's inside the zone. Looking to set the shot is Liam Ruth. Couldn't quite get it through. Now back up top. And there's another shot in the short side. This time from Heath Dempsey again. But that's deflected, misses wide. His player goes down behind. Battle ensues. And both teams battle for it. Surge has it. And again, spinning and turning from behind the goal line. That goes right out the other side. Now spinning and turning. Right at the top of the circle. Fire one. Has a couple players open their back door as they wait for the puck to calm down. They put it back down deep. Now up top, some great puck movement here from Surge. There's a long shot, trying to go up high. And there's the goaltender, Sonny, with a big save. The rebound comes to the corner. 25 seconds to go in the power play. Whitecaps pick it up. They're going to look to skate it out as they move it up ahead over the blue line. Maybe a chance here short-handed as they look to bring it in. And spinning and turning and shooting one there, but blocking that one. And then looking to chip it out, but Whitecaps do keep it in as 2 players get taken down the corner. Puck's underneath the scrum. Penalized player gets ready to step back on the ice. We'll be back to 5-on-5. Surge though, trying to cut here on the short side. Looking for some room. Gonna elect to keep shooting I think a little bit too much toe drag on that one as he fires that one high and wide. Back at center though. Surge still with it. Lose it to the Whitecaps and give it right back to the Surge. Surge looking to bring it over the red line. Gets taken back out. Would have been offside, but everybody stays okay. As bringing it in now is Clowater. Clowater trying to find somebody open. He's going to dance that all the way. That was close to the line. I seen the coaches make a big jump there trying to make that call. But it stays onside. Play continues. Surge down deep with it. Whitecaps take it right back. Looking to bring it up ice. Far side. Going for a skate now. And that one just stays onside. He drags the back foot just enough and they bring it in. Surge from the corner. Whitecaps pick it up now. Grayson Cole. He gets pushed off the puck. Surge back the other way. Looking for some room over the red line now. Trying to cut back in. Trying to get his stick on it, but a little bit too far ahead. As trying to make a play there is Drew Bishop. Now he's taken down, looking up at the referees. He's slow to get up, but has it with it. Another one. There's a shot, and that's deflected. Just misses wide. As Clowater, looking for his second of the game, had an opportunity. Now Surge again, trying to find some room at the blue line. It's kept in. There's a long shot. Flicking one high. High bouncer. The old knuckle puck as it bounces right in front of Liam Saunier. But they're able to stay with it, make the save. Covered up at the top of this crease. 4:07 remaining here in the second period. All tied at 1. As the officials try to get them all set up on the draw here now. Drop the puck, goes forward with it, and fires one. And had to be careful there. Right off the face-off, Saunier had to be ready. As went for it with it and shot it, but got him right in the old bread basket. Makes the save, covers up. We'll redo that draw. Again, we'll try and do the same thing. This time doesn't work with a loose puck. And diving for it is the Whitecaps. Now we're going to get a race for it back the other way. As flying in there, looking for a loose puck. Able to pick it up. Dumas trying to make something happen. Surge turns them back the other way. Now they look to clear. They start to headman the puck. They got a player open. And that's going to be offside. Good call by the young official on the far side. Thought that the Surge might have moved that one over, but one skate length ahead. And offside to call. 3:38, second period remaining. Try to get them all set up here for the draw, just down below us. Right here inside the red line. Surge dumping inside the line, didn't get too far in as the Whitecaps dump it right back out. A big battle ensues just below us. Again, we're right in the action. There's no mesh here. So we're watching for flying pucks as Whitecaps looking to break it wide, looking for some room, going to spin away from the traffic. Now he cuts back in, trying to keep the puck with him, lose it. Getting some help now from his D for the moment to keep the puck in. Now the Surge will get it out. Going to get the red line, trying to pass one on the backhand, picked off by the Whitecaps and looking to come back the other way again. Putting the brakes on, trying to bring it with them. Loses an edge. The Surge will try to clear it out. They chip it up ahead. Whitecaps got to get back on side. Big battle in front of the Surge bench. Now they have it. Dumas trying to get free. That's a big battle there. And they have a loose puck. Player gets taken down. Looked up at the referee. I think he might have whiffed on that one as he whiffed on the shot. Whitecaps down deep. Pass in front. They got a player open and a smart play there by Carter Falls. If not, there's a Whitecap wide open by himself in front of the net. 2:33 to go, still tied here at 1. We get another face-off here, this time to the right of Falls. Whitecaps control. They put it down deep. Back up top with it. There's a long shot up high, looking for a deflection in the front. That misses wide. Whitecaps had the rebound though. Move it over to the corner. Looking up top. That might be picked off and almost a chance there. He would have been off to the races. Now he's going to try to pick up with it. As chasing that down is Clowater. Clowater gets taken to the corner. As McFarland stays on him. They battle all the way behind the net. Clowater trying for a backhand pass over front. Gets forced back again to the corner. McFarland's still on it. Now it's whacked up ahead by Kelvey. Whitecaps looking to clear. Surge force it back deep in the corner. looking out front. Gets taken down. There's a backhand that gets deflected behind the net. Another player gets taken down, and there's the referee's arm up. I think a couple people made that call. You can see the fans behind the glass made the call before the ref. But hey, the ref got the right call, so you got to give him credit. But heading to the box this time for the Whitecaps. Tripping will be the call. Jersey's quite tucked in, so I can't see the number, so we'll wait for the official announcement. Either way, Surge on the power play, tied at 1:35 to go. And here's the face-off win, and there's a shot right off the draw. And there's Saunier, able to make the save. No traffic in front, able to see it. So we'll redo that face-off on the far side. On the draw now. Whitecaps able to find it. Looking for some open ice, and they're going to send that down the length. Back to retrieving in his own zone. Heath Dempsey now puts the brakes on. Behind his net, looking up ice. He's going to send one. He sees a player in behind the play. He's trying to get behind the D now. Two players get tiled up, and then we're going to find it again. Looking to break wide. And there's the shot. There's the glove. And able to make the save, come way out of his crease. And given no room. He's got a minute 2 remaining now here in the second. Another face off to the right of Saunier, deep in the Whitecap zone. On the draw. We've got Brown lining up with Martin, and Brown gets it. Surge will put it deep in the corner. Going back up top of it. They're going to go right back to him. As they go back and forth. Bouncing puck, though, going to be picked up by Martin. Martin's going to skate it behind his own net, look for the open boards, and get as far as the blue line, but not out. Good job on the defenseman to keep it in for the moment, but then coming back up and finishing the job. The Whitecaps will send it down the length of the ice. 35 seconds to go here now. 57 seconds left in the penalty. Surge looking to skate up, looking for some room. Is Clowater. Clowater from his own zone, looking to break wide, gets forced to the corner. Looking to hand it back, but nobody home. Now we got to get a race for it. And getting there first and pick it up. And looking for a sharp angle, but does get the shot on goal. 10 seconds. Surge going to have to go quick. They want to go before the end of the period. Here's a quick pass off a few sticks. 5 seconds. Little toe drag. Looking for the might even shot there for Dempsey. Now lands on the stick at the horn. There's the shot. But got to miss wide, short side. So after 2 periods of play, we're still tied at 1. We'll come back here after a short break. If those first 2 periods tell us anything, the third's going to be a good one. See you right in a few. And just that quick, the referee blows the whistle. 11 minutes up on the clock, third period, all tied at 1. Surge will still have 22 seconds on the power play to start this third period. Don't think I gotta say how important the next goal is here between these two. Tied, sitting and waiting right now, waiting for their opponent in the finals that will start here at 3 o'clock our time. Surge had the draw. Looking to gain entry to the zone. Little move there at the line, still keeps possession. Trying to go back the other way. Whitecaps not fooled this time as they look to push it out. Do clear the zone as the penalized player gets ready to step back on the ice. Surge forced the puck back in to the corner, spinning, turning, looking out front, and just getting a stick on that to pick that off. Then turning back maybe a little too much as he looked like he was going to skate out with Henneberry. But the Surge able to keep it in. Henneberry will try again now from the far side, looking up through the middle. But the puck came off his stick, didn't realize maybe a chance with the Surge to keep it in. Henneberry this time is able to move the puck up. Pass it to Kelvey. He does clear the zone. Surge looking to bring it right back in. The battle along the board, Surge have it. Looking to pass it over, does get the backhand. There's a shot and down, and saves made by Saunier. and make sure to jump on that rebound as quick as possible as we a minute here into the third. Back on the draw now. Deep in the Whitecaps zone. Surge have a quick off that face-off. There's a shot that misses on the short side. Looking to give chase in the corner is Cedric Ledger. Trying to get that out front. Whitecaps stop that attempt. Then they move it along the boards. Chipping in from the blue line though. It's going to be Dempsey. Dempsey able to get it down to the corner. Now pass back up top. Now sitting up here, going to wind one up, flicks one, and coming over with the glove. There is some daylight on that far side. But Saunier sliding over, bringing his glove back across his body, able to make the save, cover up. We'll get another face-off here in the Whitecaps zone. On the draw now. Whitecaps looking for it. But they take it right behind their own net. Gets pinched off for the moment. It comes to the opposite corner. They got to fire that towards the blue line. And now they get some help to get it out. Surge trying to get all the way back. Good back check there. Has taken that away. Now moved over. Looking for the room here on the short side is Ledger. Ledger on the backhand. Trying to come back out front with it. And it goes through the top of the crease. Whitecaps feeling the pressure now. They're going to try to flick that out. Again, far center. It's in the skate. This time it does get out. And we get a race far side. Surge gets there first. They pick it off. Now trying to come through the middle. Looking for some room. You got to wait to get back on side. He does. And trying to dance his way through. Whitecaps looking to pick it off. It's still in the feet. Both teams trying to find it. Whitecaps do clear it out. Surge right there to put it back in. Looking to retreat back in his own zone. Tristan Ballant looking to set it up, and the icing is going to be waved off as they say the Surge player stopped skating there as the puck was going over the line, so the Surge will bring it back up the other way. And now on the far side, on the boards, looking for some room. Here comes the Whitecaps inside the line, and get all tied up, and players hit the ice, and the puck stays down through. Surge clear. Whitecaps trying to come back the other way, turning back again. Becoming number 36, Fletcher Fleming. He can't make anything happen. Surge picked that off. They're back the other way. Little dangles there. Now far side. Look for the pass out front. That just hit the skate. If not, would have had a wide open Surge player. Now there's another shot that misses here on the short side. Surge pick it up in the corner. Trying to dance his way through. Forced to the blue line, but now he's back in the corner. They pick it up. And it's Bishop. Bishop looking out front. His pass is deflected to the far wall. Whitecaps looking to clear. But they do just get outside the line. Now at center. Looking to get it deep as he's looking for a change. Back behind his own net. Nathan Murray looking up ice now. Puts the brakes on. Got the forechecker on him. He's going to have to move a little quick here if he tries to get out. And this pass is going to be picked off as Whitecaps look to keep it in along the boards here right in front of the Surge bench. And they do. And picking it up, it's going to be Grayson Cole. He tries to walk his way out front. There's a shot towards the goal. And kind of slow roller that Carter Falls not going to take any chances with. He jumps on that loose puck on the side of his crease. 7:07 remaining here, third period, all tied at 1. As those goals coming back in the first period. On the draw now. Surge going to hammer that one out. See if this one makes it far enough for icing. Doesn't look like it is. Whitecaps pick it up in their own zone. Looking to wheel it up. They're chipping along the boards, but the Surge there to force them right back in. I believe that's Felix McCarthy trying to go front with it. Now back of the blue line. Winding one up, looking for deflection in front. That shot doesn't quite get through. And the Whitecaps look, they got a player up in front of them. They see him. They couldn't quite get that pass through. It's a good defensive play to get back. Like Caleb Chisholm, I believe. Another battle on the boards. They poke it through. Surge can't clear, kept in. Whitecaps take a shot there. Watch out for those boards. They have some wild boards here sometimes, and they can take a funny bounce out front. But Falls able to read that one. Surge looking up through the middle. Passes picked off. Whitecaps looking to come back the other way. They do just get inside the line, but Surge have it again. Quick pass up. They couldn't quite corral that pass. They had a player open that far side. Whitecaps clear it out. They got to get back on side though. They're going to circle back. little miscommunication. Now we're going to get a race for it, but able to get back there in time, but didn't get much wood on the puck as it goes to the boards. Now trying to dance his way through, walking in, short side, and they're going to say it's goal. The first one's going to count. They're going to say it just gets by the goaltender. We're all looking at it from up here. And celebrating that one's going to be number 87. Jack Martin. He's going to give the Whitecaps the lead here. 5:43 remaining in the third period. As it Falls got a piece of it, but not quite enough. If you can watch it roll just in behind him, and then after the referee signaled, he listened for a goal announcement, and it was Jack Martin. They unassisted. The Whitecaps made sure that the goal counted. You're looking behind him, get a whistle. I'm not sure what the call was here. So don't look down at the official. I think they're going to call them both. They try to look down and read lips. No signal from the referee, just had the conversation. It's going to say 5-on-5, so coincidentals. As heading to the box is number 36, Cedric Ledger of the Surge, and I think 91. He's sitting down. I can't quite see his jersey. We'll wait for the official announcement from the timekeeper, but either way, face-off comes down below us. 5:24 remaining here in the third period. So it stays 5-on-5. You can hear the young athlete talking to coach, explaining his case and what happened there on the play from the penalty box. Either way, it stays 5-on-5. Whitecaps look to clear up through center hell. They're trying to find the puck in some skates. Surge able to dig it out, and it's going to be Clowater. Going to take it back in his own zone as he circles up. So 2 minutes each for roughing. So even here at this age, and the 9-year-olds, they like to rough it up. And here's a chance there, and what a shot, but a better save as a loose puck came right out to Harrison Naveau. But a better save from Falls, and then trying to dance his way through the blue line, but can't get by Brady Henneberry. Now the Surge will dump it right back in. They got to get back on side. Chance here for the Whitecaps to look up ice. Going to go off the boards. The Surge going to get there first. They tried again, it's in the feet. Trying to find it now was McDonald. McDonald going to dump it down deep. Picked up in the corner. Nathan Murray trying to clear it out. He starts to break out on the boards. Guys come just outside the line. They're going to be offside. If they touch it, they don't. And that puck came right out. Now the Surge going to skate it out. Looking for some room now, trying to get around his own player, and then watch out at the bench. Good play by the coach there to make sure not to send too many players out as they're making a change. Whitecaps quickly back the other way. Looking to make some moves. Naveau brings it right in tight. Puck still loose here. The chance on the far side was sliding over his Falls. As he reached out to try to grab that rebound, the puck squirted over, and then trying to put that over top of him, but able to stay with the play as Falls. 3:36 remaining here in the third period. 2-1 hockey game. So we'll get a face-off. Late change here from the Surge. And that puck's going to come just outside the line. Whitecaps will have to reset here now. They dump it back in from center. They tag up on the offside. Surge going to pick it up behind their own net. Up off the boards. They pick it up, looking for some room to skate through center, but that's going to be on the back check. Picked up and trying to make a room there for the Whitecaps. They can't quite get to the net. Surge will try to bring it out again from the corner. That's going to be picked off by Martin. Martin trying to find some room. He fires one, but he rips that one from a sharp angle up high, up over the net. Surge will bring it up at center. He picked off again. This time by Naveau, who goes off the boards, bouncing puck. Icing's waved off as they battle down to the corner. We get down to the nitty-gritty here as time's ticking away in this one-goal hockey game. Big battle along the boards. Whitecaps look to slide in and pick it up. Puts the brakes on, trying to spin back out. There's another chance there. That goes off the outside of the net. Surge put it on the board, shipping in from the blue line now. Whitecaps picks it up, takes it all the way around, looking to come out front, has some room. Still with it now, pass to the high slot. Chance here for a shot. Didn't get as much as he wanted on it, but it was a shot on goal. Falls make the save, rebound comes to the wall. Surge, pick it up and looking to clear. Trying to get by the defender. Trying to slide by through along the wall, and does. There's a shot on goal. That's kind of missed wide. Comes down here to the corner. Skating in and picking it up is Clowater. He skates in to a Whitecap player who now skates it out. Looking for some room. Brings the puck in. Dumas trying to cut that wide. Can't quite get the shot off. Surge quickly back the other way to keep an eye on the goaltender here as well with 1:44 to go. And again, watching the coach there, he's trying to make some changes and being careful with too many players, and he's doing a good job. Coaches sometimes don't get enough credit for that. They only get yelled at when happened. As players continues here now. Down low, players falling down. Here we go. Still waiting for a whistle for the penalized players to be able to get out of the boxes. Look down, now the referee's arms up. I believe we're gonna get another penalty here with 1:16 to go. And it's gonna go against the Whitecaps. So power play opportunity here as heading to the box is Riley McDonald, number 20. And we're gonna get a timeout. As Surge want to have a conversation here on the power play. I'm sure the goalie's gonna be heading to the bench as well. And there's the signal from the coach, sorry. So we'll have 6-on-4 as we look down and see the coach with his explanations here, what he wants to set up, of course, on the other side for the Whitecaps. How they're gonna defend this 6-on-4 power play opportunity. And again, just like last game, it's coming right down to the wire. All the levels, you can see why these players are the top, some of the top talent from across the region. And even at this young age, like I said, the future of hockey looks good. As the talent they possess with the skating and stick handling and shooting abilities. And again, the goalies, even at this age, doing their parts as well. They don't just stand there, they make some big saves. Both teams have their conversation. Extra attacker out now for Surge. Net is empty. We'll drop the puck and Surge looking for a face-off draw. They do get it back to the blue line. They're trying to shoot one towards the front of the net. Didn't get much on it, but it does come loose. There's a shot that goes off the outside of the post. That close to tie it up. It's off the outside of the post. Now the Whitecaps able to send that down. Last minute play, third period. Surge got to pick it up behind their own net. Look to come up ice with it. As they start to move it up to the middle, like he picked off. And looking for some empty net here is Martin. Martin walks in alone, and he misses on the short side and falls into the net as he gets tangled up. Surge trying to move it out. Whitecaps have it again, this time backhand attempt. This time, making no mistake. After the first attempt just goes wide, and the big celebration at center with 37 seconds left. I believe it was Naveau putting that one home. Either way, Whitecaps don't care. 3-1 short-handed marker. Goaltender's going to head back in the net for Team Surge. As we get ready to run off the rest of this game, the Whitecaps going to pick it up. They're going to try to keep this far away to get inside the zone. We're listening for the goal announcement. It was Naveau that we're going to get an offside call here. Right at the blue line, 23.7 left on the clock. As we're looking down on the Whitecaps bench, a lot of smiles as they're excited. Coaches are into it too. But a hard battle for Surge. This game went back and forth, and it was a tight battle right from the drop of the puck. And give it to the Surge, hats off. They're still battling right here to the end. And now with the puck at center, look to bring it back in. Soft just inside the line, looks to the middle. There's a long shot on goal. Rebounds loose and a quick whistle with 5 seconds left on the clock. We'll get one more face-off here in the Whitecap zone. Search will have to throw everything towards the net. As they drop the puck, the battle for it, trying to barge its way through. And last shot at the horn. And another save for Saunier. Let the celebration begin, as it'll be Whitecaps in the finals. The Tide sitting there waiting for them. And a great hockey game was. These 2016s put on a show. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We'll have a break here and be back for the finals, 3 o'clock. Thanks again for everybody for watching.